Hey, what's up, guys? It's Carlos here at Let's Talk, the voice of El Paso. Shakur. I'm always rooting for the guy. I always root for him. I really want to see him get big paydays. And I was listening to his interview last night before his fight. I don't agree with why he believes he's not getting the big paydays. But we'll get to that in a second. I gotta say, when on a technical level, I don't know who's better than him. Just the way he moves, his punch selection, the way he manipulates the fight without having to do a whole lot, which to me, that's like master level boxing, right? It just, whether it's just pressure, whether it's just throwing the right punches at the right moment. He doesn't have a ton of power. He's definitely not a one-punch knockout guy. But the thing is that he's going to beat you and beat you and beat you. And a lot of times it doesn't even seem as though he's doing it like heavily active, right? Because like last night's fight, he didn't look tired to me by the time the fight was over. And it didn't seem like he was doing a whole lot. But everything he did was right on cue to when it should have been. And I'm just like, I think an actual technical boxer right now, he's easily top 3, and I dare to say top 1, the number 1 technical boxer now. Technical, like doing all the little things right. That's what I'm talking about. And you guys can definitely, I want you guys to talk on this, right? It's just, I'm like, he's a dude that's so good when he does things the right way all the time that you just kind of lose interest in what he's doing, because it's like, there he goes again. He's just picking you apart slowly and effectively. It doesn't really matter what he's doing to pick you apart. He's just picking you apart. And at times I feel like he's that kid in school that always got the A, and he didn't really try for it, but he always got A's on all of his assignments, on all of his tests. He always got A's. So it was like, when he knew the answer to the question that the teacher would ask, you're just like, ugh, this guy again. That's kind of how I feel that like a lot of people feel about him right now. That's what I'm thinking, right? But here's what I think is his ultimate downfall. He's so good, and he knows it, and he understands it. But he will always take the safest route to victory rather than give us something exciting. And I think that's what hurts him. He's always going to take the safest route. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times you have to take a safe route. But at the end of the day, boxing is different than football, than basketball, than baseball. In football, a quarterback does a check down when he doesn't like what he sees. He's going to get 5 yards. In basketball, they'll run something that will specifically get them 2 points, and you'll be like, okay, they're obviously doing whatever, right? In boxing, the fans want hard-hitting, explosive action. And what I'm talking about is, I'm talking about the everyday fan. I'm not talking about the guy that can sit there and be able to name off every type of jab, every type of hook that has ever been created since the beginning of boxing, back when the Greeks first started the sport, right? I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the everyday fan that's just there to watch, to have a good time. What they want is they want blows. They want hard hitting. They want to see dudes get weak knees. They want to see guys get knocked out. That's why they're there. That's why they're spending money. As we saw, he didn't give us that. What he gave us was a chess match on how to slowly break your opponent down and win convincingly without any fear of loss. And unfortunately, I think that's going to come back and continue to bite him in the ass. I think that's the big killer, is that he's not viewed as exciting. There's a lot of other fighters that are out there that aren't as technically good as him, but are going to get way bigger payouts just because of the fact that they're going to throw caution to the wind and they're going to go. And it is what it is. That's who he is. And I mean, you can't be mad at him because he said that's who he is, and that's who he stayed being. So at the end of the day, I don't foresee him really ever getting big payouts, but I see him continue to dominate dudes. I really do. I don't think it had anything to do with his management. I think it has to do with the way he fights. I think that's why he doesn't get the payouts that he feels he deserves. And I like the guy. I want to see the dude get his payouts because I see what he does. But the fact is, I got to be honest with myself. He's not giving the fans what they want. He's giving us a masterclass in boxing. And that's not what the everyday person wants. So, as always, with a heavy heart about last night's fight, this is Carlos at Let's Talk, the voice of El Paso. Peace.